Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kathy. We're going to talk about the Gabby Petito case. Not because everybody else is, but because I have daughters. And if my daughter went on a road trip with her boyfriend and her boyfriend came back alone, there would be some... It would be hard to contain the mother in me. I'm a person, but I'm a mom. I'm a mom of daughters. I have two daughters. One is the same age as Gabby, 22. And I worry about her every day. The world is a harsh place out there. There's a lot of terrible people looking for a vulnerable opportunity, just for the opportunity to arise. Most serial killers don't go looking for it. They take the opportunity when they see it. And the way I see things, if her boyfriend left her somewhere, her chances of survival in the state that she was in are very slim. Sad to say. I don't know the antics behind the boyfriend and what he's doing. If you guys don't know about this case, you can look it up. It's all over the internet right now. A young girl quit her job as a nutritionalist. She worked at a juice bar, and she quit her job to become a travel blogger, to travel the United States and to see all the provincial parks that are there. She was in Utah, Wyoming, and the police came across, the police were called for a domestic assault, a domestic battery case, and they came across the couple having a fight while driving. So they pulled the couple over. This was August 20th, I believe. They pulled the couple over, talked with them for about an hour and a half. There's evidence, the body cam of the police officer, there's evidence that they were going to charge them with domestic battery. Gabby was going to be charged with domestic battery because she was hitting her boyfriend. She said OCD. She was having an OCD moment because his feet were dirty and he was walking around their camper van, and it was annoying her or something to that, bothering her. So there wasn't enough evidence. The cops didn't want to deal with the paperwork. He was like, yeah, it's probably going to come back to bite me in the ass. And if anything happens, we're definitely going to hear about this later. You're hearing about it later. I bet you those cops are really kicking themselves in the ass now. Now that this is like international. I live in Canada, and I'm getting this. I'm talking about this. This case needs to be talked about. A lot of young girls are so oblivious to the dangers in our society these days, especially the dangers that are lurking in provincial parks. A lot of people that have criminal records are seeking refuge from the everyday normal life. Not all, a lot of criminals are seeking refuge in places like that. They can't find their cell phone, so it's obviously either run out of time or it's been turned off. Run out of battery power, or it's been turned off. I can only imagine what her parents are dealing with and going through. If my kids go out for a drive with their friends, like, my mind goes haywire, worrying about accidents. Are they being teased, made fun of? Are they being drugged? Are, like, anything that could possibly happen, I worry about. I have this ultra heightened sense of fear in my brain. So I think that my kids are a little bit more cautious because they've been told that cautionary tale so many times. People are not good in the world. That very few time you will come across somebody like, oh, hey, honey, you look like you could use a friend. You look like you could use a place to stay for the night. Ted Bundy was a nice guy. Paul Bernardo was a nice guy. And the tale goes to say he didn't end up a very nice guy. I'm a spiritual person. I know that Gabby is a spiritual person. I pray with all of my heart that she's found safe. I don't understand how her boyfriend could be okay in his spirit and soul lawyering up as soon as he came home with her van and no Gabby. Like, that sounds very, very suspect. I just keep thinking about her parents. That's such, like, that is every parent's worst nightmare, is to not know where your child is. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to eat. And you'd have to tread so lightly because you'd want to go and choke Brian with everything you have to try and, like, just beat it out of him. But then you're not out here to find your daughter because you would end up being arrested. It's such a catch-22 in a situation like that with a parent, because you'd want to do every single thing in your power to try to find out where your child is. Like, what did you do with her? Where is she? Where'd you leave her? What, like... But you can't. I fucking hate little cowardly men like that. Like, just tell people where she is. Even tell people where you left her. If you left her in one piece, just say where you left her. Give the coordinates. Anything. Anything. Don't just stay radio silent. How do you do that to a person? That's just so sick. It's sick in the brain. I think after being together in that camper van for so long, very little food, just kind of caused them to go, what do you, like, cabin fever. Many books have been written about that, like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the motel one that Stephen King wrote. I can't think of the name of it for some reason. Oh my God, I can't think of the name of that. I'm looking around to see if I have the book somewhere. I know I have it, but I can't find it. Yeah, like, I would be I feel so bad. I just wanted to, I know that I've got some followers. So if you don't know about this case, missing persons case of Gabriella Petito, Petita. Look it up. They're not sure if she was last seen in Yellowknife, that's Wyoming, or in Utah, because they were pulled over, I believe, in a provincial park near Utah after a domestic fight by the Moonflower grocery store. That's all the information that my brain has been able to retain. Look it up. I'm a mom. I had to bring some sort of awareness to this. I wouldn't feel good about myself if I didn't talk about this story. I'm not talking about it for clout or anything of that nature. I resonate with the parents because I could not. I have children. A daughter that very age that I worry about because she has a boyfriend that I'm very uncertain about. And if anything were to ever happen to her, I don't know what I would do. I really don't. My niece died a couple of years ago, and that hit me. Like, that changed me as a person. I'm not that person that I was before that happened. So I can't imagine it being my own child and what those parents are going through. It's a fucking nightmare. I don't ever want my daughter to leave. Ever. Never. Because girls trust people so easily, especially. You could just tell that Gabby was so free-spirited and trusting, and that's the worst kind of person to be left by themselves. I pray that she's just in a mental health hospital somewhere, and she's found safe. But my spirit just tells me something different. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm just trying to bring awareness to this case because if it was my child that was missing, I would want the world to help me find her. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all so very much. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.